I believe we're live.
Hey, I'm on time. Cheers.
Well, yeah, nearly. Cheers. What the hell is that?
That is an imitation Bailey's.
Oh my God, is it like a little special or something?
It's an Aldi special. It's called Ballycastle or Ballycastle or I don't know, some Scottish
My God.
And it tastes exactly the same. But
I like Bailey's.
You should try it. It's like £3.74 a bottle.
Oof. Wow. That possibly would come out of me the same colour as that.
I reckon it might be better for you.
Do you think?
Yeah, because it'll have less real stuff in it.
Wash you out.
Yeah, you'll be absolutely perfect on it. I'm going to bring you a bottle. We'll smash one.
Good Lord. I look forward to that. Anyway, how are you?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Wonderful. Did you have a nice weekend?
I mean, I had an okay weekend, but it was miserable weather, which meant we couldn't go racing, which was,
Yeah, that was a shame.
Yeah, never a perfect weekend unless you're going racing. So, as much as I enjoyed time at home, it was also disappointing not that we couldn't go out.
Yeah, and you were primed to go out. I think you were going to go to South Coast, weren't you? I think that was the plan.
Yeah, South Coast was the plan, and then the biblical rain, basically all of Saturday through Saturday night, early hours Sunday. It just wasn't going to happen for me, and I think they might have got some running in the end, but it took a while to get the track ready, and I still think there was quite a bit of water because one of our drivers, Rob, who helps run the track, or basically does run the track, had electrical issues, so obviously there was still a lot of water on the track.
Yes, that is the point. You did do some off-roading though on Saturday. I saw it.
I did, yeah. Saturday we got some off-roading done, but it was in the Volvo.
It was a bit like a. We should have videoed it because it could have been a Top Gear special, couldn't it? They always like doing things with caravans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yours was how fast you could get down the back road at Nemo without getting stuck because you needed to get it out. It was quite entertaining. You did a good job.
Volvo for the off-road win. She was flying along.
It was about 100% better than I thought it was going to be. To be fair, I thought we'd be getting tractors and all sorts, but
it shocked me. It was almost better with the caravan than it was without it.
Yeah, which is bizarre because on the way in it did look a little bit sketchy, didn't it? I thought, wow, that's going to be even more fun with a caravan on the back. But expert driver, we'll put it down to the expert driver.
Wow, just a nice. I've got that Perez throttle, just looking after the tires.
Very good, very good. So, I think we're online. I think we've got some viewers, so it's about time we did a Leroy shout out from the side to get the evening going, I reckon.
Shouting out. Well, we've got the usual two up front, which Davey Rolls and Yayan, both saying evening. Sarah Campbell says evening, guys, from Sarah and Craig. So, evening, Sarah and Craig. We're at the last race together.
Yes.
Simon Lee, Slow Boy Racing RC, checking in. You are checked in. Martin Waters gives a thumbs up. Duncan Wrist, everyone's favourite ginger baker. I had to move it to the ginger baker so Claire didn't get upset.
Yes.
Says evening both. Chewy Gaming says evening. Chewy, we were going to try and get Chewy on, weren't we?
Well, we were. Next week.
Yeah, next week. Sorry, Chewy, we completely forgot. We obviously saw the message. Winston Barnett says evening. Winnie. CJ says evening drinkers. Evening. It's just Monday. It's a Monday.
Who was that to?
CJ.
Was that Win? Okay. Marvellous.
The dear Dodger, or not Dodger, as the case may be.
No.
Nobby says evening, Nobby. Kev Brunson said good evening, Claire. Good evening, Kev, Claire, and Elise. I don't know why he's saying good evening to himself, Claire, and Elise. Linda.
Just needed a punctuation.
This is hi all from Jane and Don Plymouth. Chewy said it was nice up at in Northwest Nitro. Ivan Bingham says evening, boys. Arvinda says good evening. Lyndon says Plymouth Sunday was sunny but a bit cold. But it's like a different ecosystem down there, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, they quite often get very nice weather where we don't.
Yeah, they get it like either a day before or a day after. Richard Gasson says evening. We still love you, Rich. Matt Thompson says hi, guys. Because Matt's back from his holiday. He was on holiday last week. He went full pikey spec like we do these days.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. We're up to date.
Did Mr. Thompson? Did you get a caravan? The last I spoke to you, you were looking to find one and couldn't because they kept getting sold before you got there.
He got one. His budget increased by almost double, but he found one.
Amazing. They seem to be the hot cake at the moment, don't they?
Oh, when I went to have a look for my new one, we went in. It's a group. It's like Swindon, Oxford. You know, the one near where your old place was.
Yeah.
And Reading. I went to the Reading one, and he said we have 4 caravans. That's that out of the whole lot.
What, in the group?
4 left.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
incredible.
Absolutely crazy. But
because they're a big company, that lot.
Yeah, and without people being able to travel abroad, it's meant people want to travel in England, and then what better way to do it than in a caravan?
Yes. Although it would have been quite jazzy at the weekend in a caravan, I think, if you were actually out in it, because there were some fairly large storms around by all accounts. I think a lot of us did get hit, didn't we, by it?
Yeah, I mean, there was probably a picture you've got there somewhere of the track tents not looking very healthy.
Yes, it's up, so you'll get it. That's what she said. You'll get it in about 20 seconds. Wish you were 20 seconds. It's also said. There's a close-in one here. Look at that. That's a good one. When that comes up on your screen.
So I'm going to assume like I know which one it is, and look at the destruction.
The destruction was real.
Yeah, it was real, but it has written off 2 tents, which is all not ideal.
No,
there you go.
No, that was.
See the picture.
Not what we were expecting on a Sunday morning when we rolled into the track and it was nice blue skies. We thought, oh well, that'll be okay. Perhaps it wasn't so bad overnight after all. And it was.
But the T-urn made it.
The T-urn, which probably we can't zoom in on, is still standing upright and proud, ready to serve.
Which unbelievable. All that destruction went on, and there's a T-urn on a table that sat there going.
Exactly. Even the roller looked like it was going to try and fall over, but the T-urn was ready.
Yeah. What storm?
Ready in act. Yeah. What storm? And the now standard wet weather picture from Nemo from Ants Bommel looking fairly moist, but Mr. Truman has now got that so sorted. It's a couple of hours, and that and all the other key points are pumped off. So, which is pretty cool.
It was a very nice picture. Did you use your lovely new phone for that?
I did. Sorry about the pinging if that comes through. I did, yes. It's you can get some quite moody, good pictures, which is going to be exciting.
I know you're Mr. Apple. I've got my contract's actually up for renewal next week. So, question for you. Should I get the same phone as you currently just got, or do I wait for the bigger one that's coming?
Well, the bigger one is supposed to have the better camera again. Certainly, this 12 Pro, the camera is a step up from the 11 Pro Max that I have been using, and we do all of our photos on these devices. I think they're absolutely incredible. The cameras that are on them now, and it's a definite upgrade. But the Max again in the 12 is supposed to be even better again. Certainly in low light. I don't think you'll see so much in normal conditions, but in the low light, I think it's something like 87% more light in or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So that's a tough question. I've started weirdly fall in love with the small one. I don't know. It definitely feels right. I think I'm going to stick with it. I thought I'd probably have this for a minute or 3. Then wait for the big one because we've got a few lines that will be up for upgrade and go for the bigger one. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to stick with the smaller one. Small is the new cool. I say that to some people.
So when's the other one out?
Sadly, I put a reminder in my diary. Hang on, let me have a look. Did I say that? I did say that live. That's terrible, isn't it? 6th. The 6th of November is iPhone Day in my calendar.
Oh, see, mine's up for renewal literally on the 2nd of November or the 1st of November.
So that's that same week. So
might be worth just hanging it out and seeing what happens in a week.
I think it's probably worth hanging it out and seeing just how much better that camera is. I mean, they've both got this LiDAR stuff in it, which is quite cool. So like you can like measure people's height at a distance. You just hold it on the measure app, and then it tells you how tall people are, which is cool for about a minute.
Cool for any budding criminals.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So yeah, the Nemoracing YouTube channel recommendation is wait and see, I think.
Okay. Right, we'll move on from Apple now because we are an RC Racing TV.
Are we?
Thingamajig, whatever we are. So, what have we got to talk
about? What's in your closet?
What's in my closet? So the first thing I've got to show you is not really on RC topic, because as I was on my way home from Taekwondo lessons, Scott said to me, I've put something in the closet for you to do on your live show. I recently found out what it was, and it's not that exciting, but we're going to have a look.
At least we know it's not going to be purple if Scott's put it there.
Yeah. So, it's almost purple. It's green.
Cool. What
so,
is that?
But for some reason, Scott has given me his pencil sharpener / eraser, and that's
possibly the coolest thing that I've seen come out of your closet so far.
There you go. Sharpen your pencil in one end, make a mess when you pull it open from the middle.
Top job, Scotty.
And then erase the other end. So yeah, that was Scott's closet thing, but mine isn't. I've upgraded. Well, I don't know. Maybe it was actually not as good as the eraser, but. So here we go. Another one from the relics here.
Wow, what is that? I don't think I was born when that was about, was I?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you were. So this is a Yokomo.
Well, wow.
This is a Yokomo MX-4. So this car, it debuted in 97 Worlds, Pomona. Masami ran it and obliterated everyone. And I mean, he won the Worlds by like half a lap each time he went out.
Wow.
It was crazy. And this is the car he used. I mean, it looked almost exactly the same. You'll see it's got a spring here in the top deck, and you actually get with the spring there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, and my personal story with this car, this one wasn't mine. I've recently acquired it, but I at the time had a Predator, which you know is like one of my favorite cars of all time.
So just to get that right, because I'm not massively up with the 10th scale history, that was out at the same time as a Predator.
Yes.
Wow.
So the Predator was out before this.
Wow.
Yeah. And you think
I'm actually genuinely surprised at that.
Yeah, you think how revolutionary and stuff the Pred looks, and then this looks very old in comparison. But so I had a Pred, but the thing with Preds back then is you couldn't get them to last more than 4 minutes before they stripped everything. The design was amazing, but the fact that the gearboxes were rigid with a prop shaft meant every time you used it, every time you had flex, it ripped the gearboxes to pieces and it wouldn't last. So, and this won the Worlds by a mile, remember that. And then Pred finished 4th for that Worlds, though, I think. So
who was that?
William Mitchum. Do you remember that name?
I never met him, but I know the name. I remember reading it in the magazines.
Yeah. So so I had a Pred, and then I went to my friend's house who used to help my dad build cars for me because my dad wasn't very good at building cars back then, and he was building one of these, and I'm talking like it was in '98. By the time they got it out, it was actually like a week before the first national. And my dad, he was building one of these, and I was like, "Wow, that's the car that just won the Worlds by a mile." Back in the day when you won the Worlds, it was just like, you didn't see it on Facebook every 3 seconds. So then he was building it, and then as he was getting close to completion, he said it was mine.
Wow!
And,
that's the same one?
No, it's not the same one, unfortunately. So my dad had bought it for me. Because obviously it had done so well, and then we ran it at the first national at Tiverton, which is a little indoor dirt track, and I remember picking up my body shell off Tony Evdoka. He said he was going to spray them for everyone, and they came. It was just one color in the end. So yeah, he sprayed it, but it was one color, and that was that. And I ran it for the rest of that year. It wasn't the best car in the world. I'm not going to lie. Masami obviously was a better driver than me back then, and maybe he still is. But Yeah, he definitely did very well with it, whereas no one else could really match that performance. So yeah,
cool.
it was actually a bit of a turd in the end.
It was a bit of a turd, but worth having. Worth having in the closet. That's a cool closet feature and a cool car.
Exactly. And it was. There's a lot of things that were cool with it, but a lot of things that were absolutely dreadful. I mean, Phillips screws in a car, worst idea ever, because you just round them off every time you build it.
Yeah.
The front shock tower, what does it remind you of? Can you kind of see it?
What does it remind me of? I don't know. What should it remind me of?
Well, I think it's got massive bunny ears.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I thought it looked like a bunny at the front. It's probably better in
It
real
looks
life
like
to see it.
It looks like I would break that within lap 1 somewhere.
Oh, 100%. But the fact it looked like a bunny must have appealed to a 14-year-old me, considering I painted it white and put bunny face on it.
Did you really?
I did.
Fantastic. I think you should still do stuff like that now.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually tempted to take this one off, tip exit, which is what I use, and draw a bunny on it, because
put it back how it was.
Yeah, that was how my car was for an amount of time until I broke it.
That's very cool. Do you still? Oh my god, the rear shock tower is a rotter, isn't it? That is an absolute rotter.
Wow. I can look through it. Look how.
Look at that.
And these wing mounts are just a bit of wire with a screw through it.
Yeah. Weight saving.
Yeah, and the slipper was a pain in the ass. Actually, when I brought it in, I remembered how much of a pain in the ass it was. So the slipper's like right in there, and you could only tighten it with like a pair of like long nose pliers. You had to like get them in there and hold it, and then drag the car forward or back.
I actually can't believe that is like relatively. Well, I say relatively recent. I suppose it's not, is it? It's 25 years ago.
22 years.
But, 22. But even still, to think that have you still got a pred or not?
Yeah.
We should do a comparison on the next one. We should do a comparison of where English engineering was compared to the Rising Sun.
This, yeah. So yeah, next time I'll bring pred. I've got 2 preds. So
that would be cool. I haven't seen one for a while.
Yeah, I've got a very, very special one, which is an X10, which is the last of Temp Technology before it switched to Team Extreme. Which Temp Technology is like the pred, the original.
Yeah, Richard Weatherly.
And I've actually got one which is a complete replica of the one I had, because one of my good friends growing up who lived in the town over there, we both had preds, and I got his car off him. So it's actually the same period as what that one replaced.
Yeah, so properly the original. Then that's cool. Same year and everything else.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that was a good in the Leroy closet feature. Well done.
There you go. Get me out of the closet.
Yeah, exactly that. So we didn't manage to get any racing in at the weekend. Was there, or have you seen much from elsewhere? I've seen that Danny Bernabé was at the Spanish Nationals at Redovan.
I knew he was going. I have no idea how he did though.
He was running top 4 until a glow plug failed in the final, I think, but was very, very happy with performance of everything. Not so much in himself, I think, but in terms of the product and stuff, he was super happy. So it'd be very cool to see a setup sheet from where we ended up there.
Yeah,
as we go there next year.
Yeah, that would be good to see. I know they've been running pretty different setups to what we have, and I don't know if that's because the tracks are obviously very different, but you know, maybe they went a different way than we did. Both of us have found a good point, but there's one in the middle somewhere which is the best.
Definitely, and that's going to be worth seeing. And when we get to come to the Euros time next year, hopefully we'll be nice to have a team day, wouldn't it? After the warm up or something, stay on for a few days and get everyone's ideas together and try each other's setups and stuff. It's always interesting to see. I can remember Danny Vega when he was with us. His cars were always completely different for his tracks than what we were seeing. But arguably had very good performance as well. So just like different ways of arriving at the solution, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you take grip away from the rear, but you take it off the front, you'll get the same balance as adding it to both ends. And it's just funny how
it worked. Yeah, he always used to go like a different. I think we discussed it before, but a different way on the roll bar. So he'd be very, very stiff on the roll bars, but then very soft in suspension.
Yeah,
whereas it would be soft on the roll bar and stiff in the suspension, which is quite interesting to see the differences. And you know, you get around the track within like a tenth or two of each other. You think, wow, which is the right way? I guess there is no right way. It's what's right for you, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, you see it in F1 all the time, don't you? There's one guy, Max Verstappen, who's got a setup for his car and he's doing really well. And there's one guy, Albon, who is a great driver as well, but can't quite drive Max's setup.
No, that must be quite frustrating, especially like with that stuff. You can't go and just get on the track and test it like we can. At least we can turn up somewhere, try some theories and work out if they work, can't we?
Yeah, and I don't actually know how much change they have in the car. I know they don't have massive amounts because of all the aero.
Yeah.
I spoke to a few guys about it before, but like all the aero stuff they have means they can't like change wheelbase and stuff because it changes everything.
That's wild, isn't it? Because it's such a big change as well. When you're looking for something, a wheelbase is a good tool to have in your bag.
Yeah. Maybe we'll build them in a Gamma, make a scaled up a Gamma, it'll be fine.
We'll let them know how to do it. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? It'd be like Hesketh. It would be there in the champagne bar. I'm not actually that worried how anyone would be going around the track, but we'll be having a good time.
Yes.
Also, back on topic, I think Westmill had a 10th scale meeting, and I'm fairly sure Yaz was third at that.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. I know there's a few 10th scale races. Caden was at a 10th scale race, but he was doing very well until his car got wet. And I think he blew something up. It was just one of them weekends, wasn't it, where if you got to go racing, it was wicked, but there was a very big risk you could annihilate a lot of your stuff.
Very, very patchy, very patchy. And that leads us on to this weekend. What's going on this weekend, do you know?
So this weekend there's Hearts. So Hearts have a Winter Series round. There is... No, I can't, can I? Because I'm on my little half-term holiday thing.
Yeah, I know the answer to that, sorry.
What else is on? I want to say there's something like Brookthorpe. Brookthorpe's on, I'm pretty sure.
This coming weekend?
Yeah. So have a quick look, because I remember thinking it had clashed with Hearts.
Yep.
I'm just going to double check, because they had Ledbury. Did Ledbury run, do you know?
I don't know. I don't. I think it might have done, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe somebody online can tell us.
Yeah, this is a problem when we're both not massively into looking at Facebook.
No. When you're not massively into it,
yeah, I mean, it feels horrible, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Save it for everybody else.
I've got booking in forms on their website.
I mean, we can fall out with people on here, so we definitely don't need to be on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Brookthorpe
have a race on Sunday as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll obviously have our track open as well, which is I think where I will be to open up Nemo. Hopefully we won't be underwater. We're going to try and get that looking ship shape during the week. I think the weather's actually, the forecast is pretty poor, isn't it, all week?
Yes, which is awesome if you're staying in a caravan.
That'll be fun. It'll be noisy.
Tomorrow, it's like 90% rain all day. It's like cool.
Yeah, my phone's not. It's not giving me joy. Well, my phone is not what it's actually showing me.
Yeah, I was just going.
Sunday might be.
So I'm looking at like Brookthorpe weather, for example. We got rain, sunshine, rain. Thursday, big heavy rain. Friday, okay. Saturday, some rain. Sunday, rain with sun. So it depends how.
Yeah, could be all right.
Yeah,
could be okay. I think we all fall like victim. Well, it's not victim because it is great in many ways, but the oil tracks, they have transformed racing for sure in terms of, if you own a club or anything else like that, putting that oil down does mean you get a nice consistent surface to race on, and it keeps together. But it is quite arduous with the weather because it just seals the dirt, doesn't it? And then the water just sits there, and that's fine. You can do something with it, but if it actually rains on the day as well, then I think like Brookthorpe are finding that as well. It's even if you clear it off, it's so slippery that it's possibly not even worth running on when it's like that, which is a shame.
Yeah, I mean, we've all put oil in water or vinegar in olive oil or whatever. It just sits there. So that's kind of what it does on the track, and then it just becomes. I actually quite enjoy it. It's fun, but it's not really
challenging.
It's not. Yeah, it's. Is it racing? I think so, but yeah, it's definitely drifty. But I enjoy that.
Ultra soft cubes in that one.
Yeah, ultra soft cubes, and you're banging the laps. You'd be all good.
Bang it in.
So that's the two that I know about. I'm sure there's some temp scale racing on as well, but I'm not 100% sure what.
What's the story with 10th on the indoor stuff? I know Worksop's back up and running, isn't it?
Yeah, so Worksop ran, to strict COVID procedures. I think everyone had like a pit space marked out. I know you weren't allowed to have like mechanics or anything. It was just the driver.
Right. Okay.
So like the one that you had to turn up on your own, go in on your own, I guess pit on your own, and then race allocated spots or whatever. So yeah, that's all I really know about that's done indoor. I know Hastings have, but I'm not sure on their procedures. Yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure.
Same we had coming down the side.
What's that?
Have we had anything coming down the side on suggestions? I'm trying to have a little look at what's on at the weekend.
There might be. I was looking at the weather.
Carpet Clash. I see that one.
Essex Carpet Clash. I'm catching up.
Good series. Yeah.
Very good series. Maybe Gavin, you can explain to us about their procedures because they've had one round already, so they'll be into round 2 of the Carpet Clash.
Yeah.
So you can explain a little, give us some info on the side. I guess Silverstone are not running or anything.
Don't think so. Chewy's our man again. He's in the know because he's saying, have you chaps said anything about the updated BRC rules around Tier 3? No, I haven't.
I've seen like the government rules around Tier 3 and they look pretty sketchy.
Well, it's that falling in the sporting category when we've put these races on I guess. But if the BRC have done some update that Chewy has seen, Chewy, we'd like to know.
Yeah, although...
Ledbury ran 3 rounds and had to stop due to rain, from Sarah.
Stephen said same. Hastings, well mapped out locations and one-way system. So that's good to hear. So Hastings are running again this Sunday, by the looks of it.
Okay.
Lewis and Kev will be at Hearts. That comes from Jonesy Cram, which is marked backwards, as we now know.
Nice.
We know they're going to be there, though, and hopefully laying it down. Ashley Patterson says, "What's up, boys?" in true Ali G style.
All right. I see there's a new Borat
movie
or series. No, have you?
No, I want to, although Liz isn't very keen, so I've got to wait till I'm
I'm a bit scared.
Yeah. I saw a few things about Trump's lawyer or whatever.
Yeah.
I see all the industry RC guys had Borat wing skins on at our race.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Borat's face on the side and Yakka smash across the top.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. That's disappointing, because I was in there for every race. So I could have seen that, really.
You just weren't paying attention. No. Jimmy had it and a few of their guys had it.
That is a shame. I would have liked to have seen that. That rivals your James Hunt wing scheme that I've seen.
Yeah, like
every now and
then. Breakfast of Champions.
Exactly.
Chewy's
come back to us.
He has. Northwest Nitro ran yesterday just fine, but PDMCC, which is Pendle, I guess.
Yep.
I hate these abbreviations. Have just cancelled their round on Sunday because apparently the BRC are restricting races in Tier 3 areas, but I've not seen anything official.
Right.
So I'm not sure. Bad MCC's on. Right, that's where we're going.
Yeah, we'll be there. Just need to leave now. We'll be sorted. Charge the car a few times.
Yeah, exactly. Hastings not this week, apparently. CJ, you're busting me balls. Carpet Clash is. Chewy says yes. Pendle. Scott Follington says question.
Good. We need some questions because we've not got that much news that you'd probably get from for this week.
Yeah. So, question: what benefits are running bladder front shocks and emulsion rear? Seen someone mention that during the week. It was me that mentioned it.
Well, that's good. You can answer it then.
So what we found, we did a lot of that testing before lockdown, actually. and what it did is just helps give you grip coming off the corner. Emulsion generally will give you more grip, a little bit more feeling, whereas a bladder will be a little easier to drive generally, but it normally takes a little bit of grip away. So we found by having it in the rear, when the car's coming out of the turn, you get on the gas, it allows the weight to transfer nicely, give you grip off the turn, and and the front being the bladder, again, took a bit of that unpredictable snatch away, made the car a little bit tamer on front, like all through the corner. So that's the benefit that we found from that. Anything to add?
No, I'd agree with that. I think up until Mr. Roscoe, I'd never mixed and matched between running bladder and emulsion, where I either ran one or the other. And that's definitely been a very interesting exercise for me. I think exactly like you say, mixing them up, you get the best of both worlds, front to rear.
Yeah,
I like
it. Makes perfect sense when you think about it, but it's one of them things
it does.
You'd never done because, like running the same compound front.
Yeah, exactly. Or the same pattern or whatever it might be. You just get stuck in like a way, don't you? Until somebody comes and goes, why don't you try that? And you try it and you think, actually, that felt really good. We'll go with that.
AKA are good for stuff like that, just putting different patterns on front to rear. And that's because of that one man, Gil Losi, who thinks of all these crazy things.
Yeah, exactly that. He's a massive fan of that, isn't he?
Yeah, and it obviously works well for them. I saw one of their last races they were at, I think an indoor race somewhere, that all of them were running different front to rear, like Tebow, Lutz.
Is that right?
Yeah. I know Lutz does it quite a lot, but
long. Since he's been with us, it's all the time, and I'm sure he did it before that, but I've just noticed it more because it's on our car.
Yeah,
it definitely makes a big difference. You can really tune that last little bit of steering or not steering by mixing and matching.
Yeah,
which is interesting. I think there was a race, actually, just thinking about races that were on at the weekend. Billy was at a race. He did very well. I think he ended up third or something like that. And Brandon Rose was sixth, I think, in a very stacked field. So he's just consistently getting big results now, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's good work, guys. I haven't heard.
And I think I might have won there as well. Tyler Jones, he was at a different race, and he won Nitro and Truggy as well. So it was a good couple of weekends over in the States for results.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I haven't spoken to Billy lately. I don't know where it's been. It's disappeared.
Traveling. He's been doing quite a bit of traveling, I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there. Getting the stuff out there.
Good lad, Billy boy. So yeah, that answers that question. Gavin says one-way system, face coverings all the time, 2 meter gap between pits, tables in the pits, gloves when marshalling. Be weird to wear gloves indoors. I think that was
carpet clash.
Yeah. It's like normal for putting gloves on for marshalling, like 8 scales or even outdoors sometimes. But yeah, indoors it feel very strange. Obviously, it needs to be done for different reasons, but
yeah,
feel odd. Johnny Roberts, our man Johnny. Hello, Johnny. He says, need a nice indoor / covered track.
Agreed. If we keep making the nice progress that we've made, we had some great. Actually, have we spoken about the good news we had from the council? I don't think we have we?
No, we didn't last time.
No, exactly. So our last race meeting, we had the council out doing some various bits and pieces at relatively local areas, about a kilometre away, and that's worked in our favour. They were happy with noise levels and all that sort of stuff. So some of the heat that we've been having on that has dissipated, which is fantastic. So we've got a few more boxes to tick, and then once we get past those hurdles, the roof on the track is there in the background waiting to happen.
It's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. It's waiting for us to just pull the trigger on it, really. Which, once we know it's something that's going to be up for a period of time, to justify the massive expenses, it's a massive expense to do it. It will be there, which would be amazing because, like the weekend, we had lovely weather and all that sort of stuff. You think, well, we should have cars running on the track, but unfortunately it's underwater because the night before we decided to have a storm. All of that won't make any difference. Just turn up and pay your money and go. So, yeah, we're working on it, Johnny boy. We're working on it.
Yes, sir. Ivan Bingham says, more videos on new parts. Yes, that is my job, and it is happening. I put one out about the beta wing this week. I don't know if you saw it.
I did.
Yes, that went up.
I absolutely love that wing. Now, anyone watching this would think I'm going to say that because it's a product that we sell, but we have tested all the wings from everywhere. And for me, that wing, especially like club level driver, that is the wing to put on. You know, don't cut it, leave it full, go full on stock car, F1 stock car spec on it, and you will have a much easier buggy to drive, regardless of whatever the brand is. I think it makes a huge difference for me.
Yeah, it does. I like that wing too. Saying we had the fashion wing that everyone used, and
yep.
To me, I always went back to the beta wing. It feels more like a temp scale wing to me, where the side plates and everything do a bit more, the way it's shaped and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty much a fit and forget item for me. As I said on the video, you can tune it by cutting, trimming, or putting holes in it. I feel no need to switch it out for anything else, really.
No, same. You could have a couple, couldn't you? You could have a stock one, and then you could have one that's got the holes in it, and maybe cut down a little bit if you want a bit less downforce. But for me, it's a fit and forget, like you say. Every time I put something else on to test it, I'm like, I don't like that. Within a lap, it just doesn't have that same feel, and you really feel it in like the big high speed course, like at our track when you come into turn one. The car is so much more consistent with that wing on. When you come into there, you need to get a top up. You let off the throttle, and the rear just stays where it should be. When I put something else on, including our standard gamma wing, it just feels like it wants to over rotate. That's what I feel.
Yep, I agree. Mr. Brunsden says, if you are in Tier 3 area, you can still run an event, but for people only in that area. If you're in Tier 3 area, you should not travel to another event outside that area. So basically what that means is you're condemned anyway. If you're in Tier 3, stay with all your other Tier 3 people.
Yeah, it's so hard, isn't it? With all these different restrictions everywhere else, I think for everybody concerned, it's just such a soup of, I don't know.
Mad. CJ says, was it mainly the PA rather than the engine noise the council had an arse with? Well, the council never really did, but the complainer.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of mischief making going on. There's definitely, we all know that the PA noise is the one that can travel the wind stuff. So obviously we ran our last race, CJ, you weren't there, but we actually ran that without a PA system just to see if that was possible to do, which it was. It had some, it was harder, but we got through it and it was okay. Like you know, we've got some plans afoot for the next race, which is going to make that easier to do. So to answer your question, the PA was an issue. The noise of the cars was supposedly an issue as well. The two times that we've actually had that properly measured by the council, there was no issue on either occasion with the noise of the cars. So we've just got something that's a little drop awkward that hopefully we're going to try and work with to alleviate their worries in life. Hopefully that'll go away soon. Because how many times can you get tested? And I don't know. It sounds like COVID, doesn't it? How many times can you get tested and have a negative before it's kind of a waste of everybody's time and effort to keep doing it?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was a good thing that obviously everything is kind of working itself out. Just needs to continue to do that so we can move on from all that rubbish.
It's taken a lot of time and energy from everybody, isn't it? And that was a really nice call to have last week. That it was good.
Yeah, exactly. Which we kind of expected because we had our own noise meter there and it was not showing as we were loud. But
no.
Kev says that's what's been on the side. I would ignore Kev's one. It's not kind of relevant. Scott Fon says cars that rocked videos. I will make some soon-ish, sometime, maybe before 2023. Craig Homer says F1 stock cars, you mounting them on the roof. I think that's about wings. Johnny Roberts, can we all hit the thumbs up, like button? Please show some love. He's taking Chewy's job.
Thank you, Johnny. We love you.
Yeah, we do. He needs to come back to the track.
Oh, Johnny was there not that long ago. He's back and racing 8th scale and all this other good stuff. So he's got the 10th stuff with the yoke, and he's fired up his 215. He's also got a 319 on the way as well. So he's going in. He's not even just got the tip in now. He's going all the way in, which is, we'd expect that from Johnny, to be fair.
He's going
next race we're going to see him there for sure.
Oh, that's cool. Balls deep.
Yeah.
He'll be wearing about 7 million different types of trainers, so that'll be fine.
Yeah, and possibly some questionable music will be coming from a handheld radio near his pit area. But apart from that, we're very excited.
Good lad. Good lad. So, yes, that's that. Yeah, we're at the end of the comments. Johnny says he is coming. He's getting kitted. Back up.
I like it. He is. He's waiting on us. He's waiting on us. He's ready. He's ready and waiting to come in. He's been doing a little bit of running at Neen, I think it is, Neen Valley.
Oh, sneaky practice.
Yeah. Have you been to Neen? It's quite a cool track.
I know where it is. I've been there before, but not for anything on the 8th scale track. There used to have a 10th scale dirt track there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, for a short amount of time.
Right.
But yeah, it's on the way in Santa
Cool
Pod.
track. Yeah, literally by Santa Pod. It's a cool track. Specifically with a truck, I think it's very, very cool, because those sort of little undulations and all that sort of stuff with a truck, it doesn't really matter. It's a lot of fun with a truck.
Well, it is a 5th scale club mostly, isn't it?
I think it is now. Yeah, I think a lot of it has moved over to the 5th. I actually haven't seen one go around that track, but I can imagine it'd be quite good. I haven't really seen a 5th scale go. Yeah.
Anfield, last time I saw some 5th scales.
Yeah, same.
Yes.
Sure,
Chewy Gaming says, trying to find out more about the updated BRCA rules. Sorry, lads. No worries. Johnny Roberts, yes, been smashing it there. Yokomo Electric fun making me quicker. That's good. Simon Hudspeth, hope I said your name right. What's the deal with Saturday practice for the next race? The deal is you just book in?
Yep. Book online, take your slot for the Saturday practice, and you're away.
You're away. Chris James, any thoughts on 2 10-minute finals for the e-buggy? Say one near the beginning and one near the end of finals. I thought about this. Could be a good thing.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. They do it at Hearts. I know, especially in the summer, but their winter they might not. But they run one at like the beginning of finals and one at the end of finals. It's a bit of a longer day for the electric guys, and they have to wait around. Maybe we could put one in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, I'm open to it. I'm open to anything. I think it works if we've got near full heat of e-buggy.
Yeah.
Maybe if there's only 4 or 5, it's slightly more difficult. But yeah, definitely open to it. I know, obviously, for our next race, we've got the clock's gone back and all that sort of stuff. So, or forward, whichever way it is, back isn't it? It's going to be tight-ish, but I think we could probably do that if we get enough people. So Scott and Trev and all those guys, get everybody rallied round. I'd love to have a proper full heat of e-buggy. It's about time, because I think they're cool. So yeah, tell all your mates.
Maybe we actually have to get one going.
We probably do that at some point as well. What are you eating?
There's some chewable vitamin C here, so I thought I'd just take one. I don't know one.
You're relatively random sometimes. So we've had Lidl's finest Bailey's knockoff.
Audi.
And where was the vitamin from?
A pencil sharpener and some chewable vitamin C. From Sainsbury's.
Where's it from? Oh, you've gone big. You've gone big on the chewable bit.
Yeah, it's probably because it's been there about 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. We've lost where we were at. Where were we at? Yeah, for our race. Yeah. Let's get a full heat of e-buggy, and we could definitely do two finals. If that's what the guys would prefer, I think we can put that into the schedule. We can make it work.
We'll make it work for them.
Yep.
Kev said Claire wants to start racing e-buggy, apparently. So get it booked in, Kev.
Yep, get it booked in.
You've got an e-buggy.
Take your car, Kev. Get it prepped. Exactly.
Yep.
There's another one.
Yeah, Johnny, you need to get one of them too. It's a good one.
I like it.
Chewy says he thinks he's still going to be in tier 3. Yeah, most likely, mate.
That's a shame.
That is a shame. Yeah. Jonesy saying he's an e-buggy. He's not allowed one yet.
We'll sort you out. Don't worry.
Probably his dad. He wants the e-buggy.
That would be good.
Any new?
But that's obviously I'll race. No. For next year, the truck is staying the same. 215T. We'll be rocking it for another year. It's out there breaking hearts as it is. It's a very, very, very good truck. You haven't run yours yet. We need to get you cruising around with that. Perhaps we should edit you into that with the e-buggies.
I would actually quite enjoy it. I would enjoy that.
We should get it out there and promote it, show what it's about. I mean, the truck class is a cool class. It never quite gets going, does it, from where it was 10 years ago in the UK, which it was a popular class then. And I think we could help on the tyre front as well with that, because I think our beta tyre is substantially cheaper than the competitions on the truck stuff. We should try and come up with something with that to get that class back going again. It is a cool class.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Well, I'll race it the next one.
There we go. Leroy's racing truck.
Nah, CJ, rock out, mate. Buggy. I'm going to break you some wing mounts.
Oh no.
Ian Gillespie, one of our favoured shops, RCP
premium retailer.
Says, evening, what would you change from your normal dirt setup when on high grip Astro? So depends what normal dirt setup you choose, because I raced at South Coast, the other week when it was high bite, it was dry, so fast track, and I didn't do a massive amount from my Heart setup. From my Nemo one, I changed a bit, but basically raise the hubs in the back if you can, if you have that option, like the LMR hub, for example.
Yep.
Raise the hub up, maybe take a little bit of droop out the front. I would say stiffen shock springs, but I didn't. Stiffen the roll bars will make things easier. Again, I didn't massively do that either, and my car was still very, very good. It's all about tyres for me on Astro. If you get your tyre right, you take enough pins off, you make sure you Dremel all the pins away and make it smooth, and super glue up the sidewalls, which is massive in my opinion. Super glue in the front sidewalls. You're going to make your car work good. Diffs are also, important. But I ran 10-10-10 and it was great.
And that was on high, like dry Astro.
Yeah, that was South Coast mini pins, dry Astro. You know what that track's like. You get some speed going. It's not massively bumpy, so maybe it's not catching the ruts that some Astro tracks can do. Well, it's not bumpy at all. It's like billiard ball.
No.
But so to answer the question, make sure your hubs are on, everything's up. You might want to stiffen your roll bars. I'd try and keep soft-ish shocks because then it will handle jumps and bumps better, and thicken up your front diff for sure, and probably all your diffs a bit. You can make longer links too and make the car placid, although I prefer the short link in the front so it doesn't get that oversteer grip roll out of the turn.
Yeah, sounds good. Or you could just turn up, take a bit of ride height out, trim some more spikes off, and just send it.
That's true. Do lower your ride height. I think I was at like 20-23 or something.
Yeah, makes a big difference in that. I think just get leave some of the droop on, so it's got some compliance on the bumps and everything else. Just get some ride height out of it and make a big difference, I think.
Yeah, and don't make it too stiff. I know general understanding is, we'll stiffen the car up because we got grip. No, it doesn't work like that. Stiffen the roll, but do it with roll bars or links. Try not to do it with shocks because you'll just make the car junk to drive.
Yeah, it'd just be really hard to drive and it'll just grab and roll over, won't it?
Yeah.
We've been there and done one. Nosy Cram says it's for me. Is that Truggy?
Yeah, that's the e-buggy.
Yeah, nice.
Although I think
that would be good.
He would much prefer Truggy.
Yeah.
And I would much prefer to smash his truck off the track.
Good Lord, that's relatively aggressive. I think we should get you a truck. Mr. Jones Senior, if you want a truck, we'll get you a truck.
Yeah.
That would be cool. As long as you race it, you can have one.
Yes. Mine is ready I'm going to put spikes coming out the front bumper and everything.
It's going to be like a low budget Bond film. You're going to cut it out of the track.
So,
right. Anything else, mate?
Yeah, just a few more comments. Marcus Butler says, "Is the A215T electric conversion still available?"
I think it is in the US. It's something in the UK that we've not massively done because it's not a class that's really raced over here. But yeah, I'm fairly sure that in the US that's still available.
Okay, so yes, Marcus, we can get hold of them still. So if you want one, just let us know. Kev Brunsden is our tyres and spares man this weekend at Westmill. So anyone going to Westmill, Hearts, Ware, it's all the same place. Anyone going there to do their Winter Series round, Kev will have tyres and spares with him as our support network.
I like it. That's good news. Good news.
Yes.
CJ's got a comment for you there, I think, Leroy.
Yeah, I know. I read it. I just wasn't reading now. Last time we raced head-to-head on national TV, that's when Chris James and Phil Schofield got together. I got DQ'd and I lost to CJ. Yeah, that might have happened. I still think Big Phil just wanted to get closer to me, but there we go.
It's possible.
Johnny Roberts says, add camber. Yes, you can add camber.
Correct.
We'll take some grip away. Always lay the wheels in on high bite, in my opinion. Yeah. Sometimes on carpet it can be slightly different than that, especially on the front. If you get too much camber on the car, you actually make the front dig in harder. But with the Dremeled mini pins, you might be okay.
Johnny on the 8 scale on Astro, I can remember one of the last races Johnny did. We went to Deerdale for a national warm up, and he TQ'd round 1, which is fairly impressive. And then he put his stuff back in his car and went home. He was just like, "See you later, losers." That's it. And he drove home. So,
he was that happy with that round.
Yeah,
he didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah, that's it. Life complete. Level up.
That's pretty impressive. So yes, that is basically where we're at. Jonesy said he wants a deal on a truggy. Of course, we'll do you a deal on a truggy.
No. I think it means it's a deal. Like, we'll give him a truck and race it. So
it's a deal.
We'll make that happen. We'll make that happen.
We will. I'm going to get Talbot.
That would be when was Jonesy? When was the last time that you raced? That's got to be a while ago now, surely. Senior, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, I haven't seen it for many a year.
I want to know. When it was.
Quick, Jonesy, answer the question.
Come on.
But yeah, apart from that, yeah, that's it, really.
Yeah. Somehow we've managed to blag that out for an hour.
I know. Nothing happened. We didn't have a race. We didn't go to a race, but we still managed to talk about some stuff.
You got a nice T-shirt on. I see you're repping the Yatabi Arena. Is that back and functional again now?
Yeah. As far as I know. I don't know how functional they are with COVID. I don't know how Japan is. Obviously, they are quite good at doing all the face mask stuff and that. I mean, they did that before COVID with SARS outbreaks and stuff. So, I imagine they would follow rules very well.
Yeah. But they did rebuild it, didn't they? They took it down, rebuilt it. Something very nice. All the rest of it.
Yeah. I think the original off-road track didn't have the correct planning or something, so they actually had to tear it down and then they built a new one. But I think it's a bit smaller.
Right. Okay.
Does look like a nice building though.
Marvelous. 2013, Mr. Jones.
Okay.
Wow.
Doesn't sound like that long ago though. So that would have been Reims Euros time.
Yeah. Wow.
There we go. Slough stood next to me 5 years ago from Johnny. I don't know what that is. Oh, when Jonesy last raced, probably.
Oh, there we go. Nearly. That nearly aligns.
Nearly. Chewy said he TQ'd around over Chris Simkish yesterday. Do I get a buggy or a truggy too? No. Chris Simkish is not the caliber of driver, probably like what Darren was at the warm-up or something. I'm assuming Darren was there.
Yeah, I think he was. I think we were there with Darren. I think we were, yeah.
So there you go. Sorry, Chris, but you're not quite Bloomfield standard.
Nearly.
Kev Brunsden, I can see it now. Lewis getting his revenge pitting for his dad. Can you imagine the abuse Mark would shout down?
I want to see it. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I want to see Lewis shouting, giving it at him. Wow, you whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Like
it.
Jonesy said, Lewis beat me age 12 at Neo. I was retired. Yeah, that's how it happens, mate. That's why I'm not letting my kids race too much just yet.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep them on the tracks and all that sort of stuff first.
Yeah. There we go. So what's up from Chile, Philadelphia? So hi, Raja. What's up, bro?
All right.
And yes, sorry, Raja, but you've joined right at the end of our show. You have to press rewind and watch it again.
Thanks for coming and goodbye.
Yes. And I can't believe through the whole hour, no one mentioned that you've got some kind of brace on your shoulder.
It's baby reins. Oh, it's on the wrong shoulder. It's reversed. Just in baby reins. Keep me in check.
I thought you just wouldn't let your handbag go.
Well, possibly that might be that as well. It might be my man bag. I might be carrying my stuff while still being tough down the side.
There you go. We haven't seen Roscoe this evening. It must not be one online. No. So there we go. Did you
Perfect. So well, always fun, and you need to take it away with the ending credits.
Oh, I thought you were doing it this week.
I've got no wine.
So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you had a enjoyable weekend, even though there wasn't a massive amount of racing going on, but that only makes us stronger for the next weekend. A few races coming up this weekend. We'll put the Facebook post out there telling everyone what's going on. So if anyone knows of races we haven't mentioned, please send us a message and we'll get them involved. Yeah, apart from that, please press like, hit the thumbs up, share, tell all your friends, and it's better than EastEnders. So yeah, there you go. Monday nights.
Perfect. We'll see you next time.
All right, guys. Take care.